everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Bills going up against the Patriots.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The veteran.
They'll run with Foreman. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The numbers on the ground for Foreman in last week's contest. 19 carries, 69 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
I got 11. He's mine.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First and 15 here behind the chains.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key tight end. Hurry up. Here we go. Green, 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a third down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Now let's go. Boom, land it.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And a nice spin into some open field. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it in every position. And we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The play clock's running down. They'll drop to throw. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
They'll set up to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Play clock winding down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite. Defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel. And they try. Attack that way.
So we've got a challenge forthcoming here, and new this year, the ref will no longer go to a monitor on the sideline. He'll have a tablet brought out directly to him on the field.
Yeah, and that should move things along a little bit quicker. He doesn't have to run all the way over, go under the hood as he used to, and come out and render a decision. Talk directly with New York, looking at the tablet, and reach a final call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Detroit!
They run again with Foreman. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defense.
And, oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go!
In motion is Austin Hooper. Now a handoff as they run left side. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go play action here on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point forthcoming. And this is now a 1-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point. That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on. Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Foreman. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Let's go! Ohio! Let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Come on, let's go! Black round!
They'll set up a throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, You're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys, but let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback.
They've got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. They'll look to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down. I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Again, it's Foreman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
And the lead is up to 5. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
They'll look to throw, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here.
falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Patriots are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Bills didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Allen's got it on the teeth. The return will start from the 49. Patriots go up by 8. 1st and 10. Quick pass and completion to Kelvin Benjamin. And this play will go for 6. Bills trail now by 1. About halfway through the 2nd. The long ball will find its mark here, and he ends up at midfield before he stopped on the play. But they end up coming away with just 3 on the drive. Patriots take over late in the 2nd. Hodges got the catch here on the quick pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Still a little time left on the clock. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this 2nd half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And to give this time to the tailback. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here we go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
So they're going to go for 2. looking to throw. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcel Darius forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. The play clock's running down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A carry for Foreman, and an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go! Ohio!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Play clock winding down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Yeah, on 4th and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job here picking up the first down with a few yards to spare.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go.
To throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have broken the tie. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Now the try here for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll drop to throw. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 97 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Hodges. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him, and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll look to throw here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll go option to the short side. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. They'll go with Foreman, and now running, and he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Check!
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing! Ohio! 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 Let's go! Brand 38! Ohio! 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 Come on, let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now they try the right side here. Gets around him, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And the lead is up to 14. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And the Falcons have wound up winning that football game. Matt Ryan, 2 touchdown passes in the W. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. New England on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. This is caught. It's Cooks. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Here we go. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.